Hey everybody, Chris here, coming to you from a location called Caesarea Philippi. This is one of my favorite places north of the Sea of Galilee, about 25 miles from Capernaum, where Jesus did most of his miracles and most of his teaching in that region. He brings his disciples up here, a little bit outside of Jewish territory, and definitely in a place where no good Jew would ever be caught dead or alive. Why? Because of what's behind me. See that giant cave, that cavern that goes back deep? See the niches in the wall? Well, back at the time of Christ, this region was known for its Greek mythology. That cave is the home of Pan. Remember that god? He's half man, half goat, plays the little pan flute, of which it gets its name. He's also the god of panic. He's the god of the world. He's the god of flocks. He's the god of fertility, which means sexuality was huge with his religion. In the niches next to there, they also worship the god Zeus, and they worship the god Nemesis. And so this is a huge place of coming and worshiping these shrines. The god Pan, it was believed that this cave is the gateway to hell. His father ruled hell. And once a year, Pan would die, go down to hell, visit his father. And to bring him back, this was a huge area of lust and orgy, and all types of sexual activity was done here. Now, on top of that, at the time of Jesus, Herod Philip had built a palace right here next to this to Caesar himself. On top of that, down below, you can't see it, there's a stream that flows out from under this rock. It's one of the three birthplaces of the Jordan River. So can you catch this whole picture? This is a place of Greek and Roman mythology. This is a place where we worship Caesar. This is a place where the Jordan River starts. If you could pick one place in the world back then that pretty much wraps up the best of religion and philosophy, well, you nailed it right here in Caesarea Philippi. And watch what happens here. In Matthew chapter 16, verse 13, it says, "When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, 'Who do people say that the Son of Man is?' And they replied, 'Some John the Baptist, others still Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets.' 'But what about you?' he asked. 'Who do you say that I am?' And Simon Peter answered, 'You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God.' And Jesus replied, 'Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome this.'" And this is the part where Jesus goes, "Now I've come to suffer and die." And Peter immediately pulls him aside and says, "Lord, not you. We got a better plan." And now Jesus says, "Get behind me, Satan." And then he looks at the disciples right here, and he says, "If you want to follow me, you can. You have to deny yourself, pick up your cross, and follow me." For what would it mean if you gained the whole world and yet you lost your very soul? You see why I love this place? In a place where behind me we have shrines to Pan, we have shrines to Zeus, we have shrines to Nemesis, we have a huge temple built to Caesar himself, the birthplace of the Jordan River that is so rich in the history of the Old Testament and the Jewish people. Jesus stands here atop of all the world religions and simply has a question: who do you think I am? Peter got the answer right. You're the Christ. You're the Messiah. You're who we're waiting for. But he got the definition wrong. But you're not about suffering and dying. Come on, build temples. Be better than this. Be more powerful than this. And Jesus says, let me tell you the Christian life. Deny yourself. Pick up your cross and follow me. Can you imagine those words now? In this location, in a location of a valley that celebrates lust, that celebrates passions, that celebrates you don't deny anything. This is a place of undenying. Okay, I kind of made that up. Undenying yourself. This is a place that says you follow your passions, you follow your desires. And that's what being a good human is. And on this place, he goes, you can stay here. You can do that. But what would it profit a person to gain all this and to find out you lost your soul? You're welcome to follow me. Deny yourself. I know this is a sacrifice. I know it's going to be hard. I know you're going to say, well, that's not fair. I was made this way, or these are my desires, or it's consensual, or, and the list goes on and on. Deny yourself. Pick up your cross. This will be a challenge. And then follow me and watch what I do. By the way, the birthplace of hell, the cave of hell, the gates of hell will not prevail. The ruler, power, and authority, whatever you think this valley has, it will not prevail against what I'm offering you to be a part of my church, my body, my sons and my daughters. Caesarea Philippi. So much religion, so much philosophy, so much happening here. And here is the first time Jesus says, you're right. I'm the Messiah. You're not ready for what that means yet, but you're right. The Son of God has just invaded planet Earth. Suffering and death is involved, and it's for you. You can stay here and enjoy yourself, or you can follow me. Well, History showed what happened, and upon that truth that he's the Son of God, that's what the church is built on today. And once again, you have a choice to be a part of it or stay here in Caesarea Philippi. Enjoy yourself however you want. But at what cost? Your soul? Eternity? Whew, what a daily dose. We'll see you tomorrow.